Hip-hop producers have been speaking out on missing money from rappers and labels alike, raising questions about who pays for what in an era of music streaming. In early January, Pittsburgh producer E. Dan spoke out about Atlantic Records paying him half his normal rate for his songs on Wiz Khalifa's self-titled compilation album. This kicked off a discussion amongst other producers on Twitter and even more allegations. Producer Team 88 said that he hadn't received a check from Atlantic Records for his work on Lil Uzi Vert's EXO tour life. The breakout track began on a mixtape and was eventually included on Uzi's debut album, Love Is Rage 2. The song reportedly reeled in nearly $4.5 million for the label. Beatmakers claiming impropriety from artists and labels is anything but new. So how can a producer not get screwed?
This is an industry that asks artists to make tremendously important short-term decisions that have very long-term consequences.
That's Elliot Resnick, an entertainment attorney who's worked with Lil Jon, Snoop Dogg, and currently represents Run the Jewels, amongst others. Some of the issues stem from the distinctions between mixtapes and albums. Labels officially release albums, but benefit from an artist building their cachet with successful mixtapes. However, the label may not afford the same budget to a mixtape that they would an album, leaving less money to divvy out to producers. For a producer, payment often comes from an advance, money a label can pay upfront for a song. However, that money must be paid back with the sales of the record. Only after the label has been satisfied can a producer begin to receive royalties. Royalty payments can be split into three areas: mechanical royalties, covering the physical creation of tracks on CDs or records, airplay for digital streams and radio spins, and synchronization for when a song is linked to a TV show, film, or commercial.
So the more advanced that you take, the greater the burden that you have to bear in terms of recoupment to get your royalty. Take the smaller advance, it gives you a fighting chance of getting a royalty.
And while this might sound complicated, Resnick says most producer deals aren't that complex.
But there are very basic parameters inside a producer deal that every producer should know. What am I getting paid up front? What is my royalty? What is my credit? What is my publishing interest? And what is the rate of my publishing?
To protect themselves, producers and rappers must learn about the business of music. Or they could find someone with expertise, like a good lawyer, manager, and publisher. To recap, here's how not to get screwed. Figure out where the song might land. A major label may give an album a budget, but not necessarily a mixtape. Find a good lawyer and be clear in your legal agreement on your rate and who's paying you, the artist or their label, and how it will be recouped. Get it all in writing. If you can take a smaller advance, you'll get your royalty money faster, but that doesn't promise any specific amount. That all depends on sales and streaming. Find a good publisher that values your strengths and pairs you with the right artists. Know your worth. Even though it might be necessary to build your relationship with an artist through free beats, make a plan for when you're ready to charge them. Research the music business you're trying to work in by reading everything. And finally, don't trust that someone else has your best interest at heart, even if they're your friend, because
industry rule number 4080, record company people are shady.
I'm Jacques Morel with Genius News, bringing you the meaning and the knowledge behind the music. Peace.
Check the